everybody. This is Greg, and I am back playing some more Kerbal Space Program. Okay, so what has happened? Oh, and I'm on multiplayer server. And let's see what's going on here. So, most of these ships are not mine. The other space agency that's on here, which would be Thomas. He's been putting some satellites into orbit. See here? Quite a few. And I believe those are communication satellites. And, you know, I don't really want to just use his. I'd like to make my own. You know, I don't want to have to pay to use his satellites. So I'm going to put some of my own in orbit. Because my next goal is to go to the moon. And first off, I'd like to send some unmanned stuff there. Whoa. Unmanned stuff. Which will require me to have communication satellites to be able to control them. Since, you know, Kerbal spins, I will not always have direct line of sight to the Kerbal Space Center. So, need to have some satellites floating around up there to bounce signal off of to get back to the Kerbal Space Center. So, let's see. Also, I spent a little time collecting some science, and so I unlocked the electrics, which gave me, you know, very basic stuff, very basic solar panels. It gave me this great unmanned, what would you call this? Capsule? No, not a capsule. Anyway, it's for unmanned missions, for satellites and whatnot. Also gave me these bigger batteries, which kind of stack a little easier in my satellites. So some good stuff, So, oh, and I upgraded the, I'm having a hard time thinking of words today. Upgraded the, blah, blah, blah. This building here, tracking station, sheesh. Yeah, so now I can see orbits ahead of time. So I can see what my ship is going to do before it actually gets there. Okay, so this is just my very basic communication satellite. I plastered it with solar panels and threw just tons of batteries on there. I think I have 1,800 electric charge, which hopefully will get me around the dark side of Kerbal without completely losing all my power, which would be bad because an unpowered satellite does not do you much good. Okay, so I think I'm ready to launch one of these, and we'll see how it goes. I should have enough Delta V to get there. Yes, I should. Okay, so I'm going to go for geostationary orbit. So this will be sitting about, what is it, 2.868, I think it is, million million meters, I believe it is, above the surface. And so there, I will be orbiting at the same rate that Kerbal is rotating, spinning, so that I will always be sitting on top of the Kerbal Space Center. And then I will probably put two more, a kind of a triangle pattern, so that I'll be able to bounce that signal off to the one that's sitting above Kerbal Space Center. So that's the idea. We'll see how it goes. This is much more stable now that I got that new probe. Yeah, this guy here. So much better. That Sputnik one was just all over the place. So I want to try to keep this pretty much right above Kerbal Space Center, so I'm going to go up high before I start, you know, turning and going fast sideways. Okay, a little higher. I can, don't want to open my other dish there until we get out of the atmosphere for the most part. Even a very thin atmosphere will tear that dish off. Okay, so let's see how high are we getting. Okay. Alright, we're leaving the atmosphere. It's probably safe to open this guy now. And we'll aim this at mission control. And to save power, I can deactivate this little guy here. Okay. Okay, so... Gonna just ever so slightly start tilting over a little bit here. Again, I don't want to overshoot. Just about ready to stage again. Okay. Get into that stage. And whoo, we're going really fast. Let's slow down our acceleration. Ooh, okay. Wow, okay. And I think we'll just coast to there. Make sure I'm getting some good sunlight on the solar panels. Looks like it's good. And our charge is holding. That's good. Okay, and now we'll just kind of coast. Okay, Kerbal should rotate underneath us to kind of keep us lined up there. Okay, so just a few minutes here. I might be a little off, but that's okay. Doesn't have to be exactly above. Okay, and we'll bring our apoapsis up a little bit too to get to about 2.86, 2.87, somewhere in there. We still have a decent amount of fuel. Okay, and we'll circularize this orbit. Okay, so 2.86. And we'll cut there. Okay. Okay, and let's warp to... Okay, and my charge is holding. Good. Okay, and we still have line of sight with the Kerbal Space Center. 5, 4, 3, 2... Okay. So hopefully we can finish this off here with this burn. Okay, now we look at periapsis, and get that up to 2.86, 2.87, somewhere in there is good. Doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, what's going on here? 2.86, okay. This would be super easy to do with like MechJeb. 2. Let's do one more. Okay, still have a decent amount of fuel. Oh, our charge is going down. I should probably... Yeah, let's point this guy. So those panels get the charge. Nothing more useless than a dead satellite. Okay. There we go. Now we're gaining some charge. Okay, now we'll turn prograde, and we'll finish this off. Won't take much. Okay, so 2.8. 866. 874. You know, I think that's good enough. So now, very important, we want to turn this so that it is getting the most sunlight possible. Whoop. Okay, overshot it too far there. Okay, and we're holding charge. We'll open up another one of these. Okay, and that should hold steady. So now, important test is to see if this will maintain its charge, 18,000, as we go around the dark side. Or at least minimize it, you know. Minimize my dead time. Okay, so here we go. Okay, Kerbin's gonna block the sun here. And it's quickly draining. Wow, really fast. Okay, and we're about halfway drained. Looks like we're about halfway through the dark side. Ooh, it's gonna be close. 2, 1. Ooh, okay, I was off just a little bit. So there is going to be a little bit of dead zone back there. Very small, which I think will be manageable. And these are just my very, my very first basic ComSat. So I will, once I get larger volume batteries, that kind of thing, I'll have better satellite network setup. Okay, so this is pretty good. Yeah, and see how it's just going to sit here. It's not directly above it, but it does have line of sight, so that's good. So we can just go like this, and it'll always be connected to Kerbal Space Center. See that? So now I'm going to position 2 others, one here approximately, and then one here as well. So that if I have a probe over here or something, that doesn't have direct contact there, nor direct contact to this ComSat, you'll be able to hit this one, and then that signal will bounce to there, and then that will bounce the signal down to Kerbal Space Center. All right. Very good. I'm pleased. Okay. So let's go back to the Space Center. Okay, and I will get those things launched here. I won't make you watch the same launch 2 more times. So I will be back in just a minute. Okay guys, so it has been done. My network is complete. It's not much to look at, but I have 3. See, there's ComSat 1, ComSat 2, ComSat 3, all in geostationary orbit. So no matter where I am, well, within a certain range, I think it's 50 million meters is how far my system can go. I will always have direct communication with Kerbal Space Center. And then with the other satellites that Thomas has put up, I think we're good to go, at least for the Mun and Minmus. Now, when we decide to go further out, I think we're definitely going to need some more powerful comm satellites. But for the time being, we are good to go. So that will be next on the list of things to do. Will be to go to the moon. And I also noticed something else. Now that I've sent these satellites up, there are some private companies that want us to put some satellites up for them. And there's some big money, big money. You see, I spent a lot getting this comm network set up. I only have 8,000 monies left. So this would be a great way to earn some money. Like, yeah, that's basic one, dish out from Kerbal. Satellite in specific orbit of Kerbal. Look at that, 82,000. Let's see, specific orbit around the moon. Yeah, big payouts for these. So I think I'll work on some of those as well to get some cash to fund my moon missions. Yeah, things are moving along here, guys, and having a lot of fun doing it. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.